a device X is connected across an AC source of voltage V is equal to V0 sine omega t. The current through X is given as I is equal to I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2. Identify the device X and write the expression for its reactance. Draw graphs showing variations of voltage and current with a time over one cycle of AC for X. How does the reactance of the device X vary with frequency of the AC? Show this variation graphically. Draw the phasor diagram for the device X. Okay, as they are given here in an AC source, the voltage is V0 sine omega t, then the current I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2. Then the derivation is not necessary here. Directly can show the graphs here. Identify the device X here. That is, if you are going to see the X here, there is the draw graph showing here. If you are going to observe this graph carefully here, they are given that V is equal to V0 sine omega t. That means if I am going to take, that is what, V is equal to V0 omega sine omega t. If time is equal to 0, for example, if time is equal to 0, then it becomes V is equal to V0 sine omega 0. Then the whole expression V will becomes a 0. Right. Then time is equal to 0, then V is equal to 0. Then I can say the blue color line indicates this is the voltage and this is the current I. This is the current. Right. And if you are going to observe this graph carefully, when voltage is 0, the current is maximum. When voltage is 0, the current is maximum. This is what we call it as, that means the current is lead here. If I is lead, then voltage phase, that is a pi by 2. Then this is, we call it as a capacitor. This is the graph for the capacitor. This is the graph for the capacitor. Capacitor. Okay. Second part is draw the graph showing variations of voltage and current with the time, that is, this is the capacitor with the voltage graph. That means when the voltage is increases, the capacitor value, it will be decreases. Because we know that the reactance of the capacitor varies in inverse proportional to the frequency. That is, the capacitor XC is inversely proportional to the voltage. Voltage is increases, capacitor decreases, or vice versa. Okay. Since they clearly mentioned here, the voltage is equal to V0 sine omega t, then the current is I0 sine omega t plus pi by 2, then current is the lead here, then the graph of the phasor diagram will be looks like this. Okay. This is the graph of the phasor diagram for the device X. State the principle of an AC generator and explain its working with the help of a labeled diagram. Obtain the expression of the EMF induced in a coil having n turns each of cross-sectional area A, rotating with a constant angular speed omega in a magnetic field B vector directed perpendicular to the axis of rotation. An aeroplane, part B of the question is, an aeroplane is flying horizontally from west to east with a velocity of 900 km per hour. Calculate the potential difference developed between the ends of its wings having a span of 20 meters. The horizontal component of Earth's magnetic field is 5 into 10 to the power of -4 and the angle of dip is 30 degrees. We'll understand the first part of the question, that is the principle of an AC generator. Okay, with the label diagram, the figure shows the label diagram of the AC generator. It consists of two magnets, that is two magnets, north pole and the south pole, two different magnets. Okay, and a coil is connected with the two slip rings with the carbon bushes and a circuit. Okay. We know the principle of the AC generator. It's work on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Okay. What is this electromagnetic induction? This is associated with the flux associated. That means when in between two magnets, if a wire is moving up and down, an EMF is induced. That means instead of wire, if you are going to place a coil here, if this coil is rotated, that means an alternating constant magnetic field will be generated. So through it is connected through the slip rings and the carbon bushes, and electromagnetic flux is generated. Then if we are going to connect it through this one with any a battery, then the electric charge will be stored. Or if you are going to connect it through any electronics devices, it will be working. Okay, this is simple working of an AC generator. Then we see what is the expression for the EMF here. Okay, before that we need to know here the flux. Flux is, that is the 5 is equal to, it's a dot product of vector B into vector A, okay, and then flux which is equal to B into A, number of turns that depend upon the coils, that is N into cos theta, N cos theta, okay, and omega is equal to, we know that omega is equal to d theta by dt, and we can write this one as omega dt is equal to integration with d theta, then omega t is equal to theta. Okay, and we know that then EMF is equal to EMF is equal to minus d theta, d phi by d theta, d phi by dt, that is substitute the values, minus d by dt into BAN cos theta, and which is equal to minus BAN sin theta d theta by dt. Then final expression is EMF is equal to BAN omega sine of omega t plus phi, where phi is the initial force angle. This is the final expression of EMF, and we can write this one as EMF is equal to epsilon naught into sine of omega t plus phi, where epsilon is the maximum value of EMF, which is equal to epsilon naught is equal to BAN into omega. This is the expression for the EMF. Coming to the second part of the question, an aeroplane is flying horizontally from west to east with a velocity of 900 kilometers per hour. So the part B, they are given velocity is equal to 900 kilometers per hour. We need to convert as a meters per second because the span they are given, that is meters. So which is equal to multiplied by 5 by 18, 900 into 5 by 18, 18 1 times, 18 5 times, that is 50, 50 into 5, 5 5s are 25, it becomes 250 meters per second. That means velocity is equal to 250 meters per second. And here 5 epsilon is equal to, we know that BLV BLV sine theta, and they give the values of B, that is equal to Earth's magnetic field. Value is 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4, and L is equal to 20, and V is equal to 250, and sine of 30 degree. Then if we simplify, we get the value 5 into 10 to the power of minus 4. 20 into 250 is equal to, that is equal to 5000, and sine of 30, then which is equal to, we will get the value 1.25